The Nixonian madman theory was the way that Nixon communicated to appear more irrational, willing to use nukes if necessary, in an effort to erode the confidence of his adversaries. Like, oh, he's crazy, tricky dick. He's a crazy guy. He's a madman. He could deploy nukes if necessary, right? And that's pretty much what Trump is also trying to do. I mean, he is very Nixon in many ways, not just that. Paranoid, willing to erode all norms and all rules. But the problem here is there was never a situation where the opposition also had nukes and were entertaining the utilization of nukes. In this circumstance, Iran's nukes are not actual nuclear arms, but a nuke on global trade, which they have deployed. Yeah. Political theory commonly associated with U.S. foreign policy, President Nixon and his administration, who tried to make the leaders of hostile communist bloc countries think Nixon was an irrational and volatile person so that they would avoid provoking the U.S. in fear of an unpredictable response. The premise of madman theory is that the appearance of irrationality makes otherwise non-credible threats seem credible. For instance, in an era of mutually assured destruction, threats by a rational leader to escalate to a dispute may seem suicidal and thus easily dismissible by adversaries. However, suicidal threats may seem credible if the leader is believed to be irrational. International relations scholars have been skeptical of madman theory as a strategy for success in coercive bargaining. Prominent madmen such as Nixon, Nikita Khrushchev, Saddam Hussein, Donald Trump, and Muammar Gaddafi failed to win coercive disputes. One difficulty is making others believe you are genuinely a madman. Another difficulty is the inability of a madman to assure others that they will not be punished if they yield to a particular demand. One study found that madman theory is frequently counterproductive, but that it can be effective under certain conditions. Another study found that there are both bargaining advantages and disadvantages to perceived madness. Also, this only works if you're America. That's the other thing. Like, you can't really behave in a rogue state manner if you are not America, because America wrote the rules of the fucking wrote the rules of the globe, right? But yes, of course, Donald Trump is also deploying this technique as well. The problem is, again, you can do this to, you could have, I mean, you did this to Soviet bloc countries, right? You did this to Soviet bloc countries to a certain degree. But your capacity to escalate and your capacity to behave in an irrational way, is only as powerful as your opposition's willingness to abide by those norms. If your opposition, in this case Iran, has already shown their hand and has exercised tremendous leverage over you, then it doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't matter. And that's why when Trump says, like, oh, we'll destroy the power plants in Iran, we'll destroy the fucking bridges in Iran, that's a part of his, like, madman diplomacy in air quotes. But that doesn't stop Iran from controlling the Strait of Hormuz. If anything, that would force Iran to destroy the oil refineries in the region. The madman theory only works if the opposition is willing to both be a stable actor and is invested in offering concessions and doesn't have a serious upper hand. Iran has a serious upper hand. Iran has the leverage.